Okay, everyone, we're back. Episode number 4 for the Breaking ROX podcast. Actually, is it 5?
It is 5. Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
Episode 5.
How good.
We were just talking about it.
We were, literally.
Wow.
That's great.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Today we've got Archie with us, who's a key member of the ROX team. You're probably the most long-standing member now, considering that you've come through.
Yep.
And bulk out the team a little bit.
Yep.
Why don't you kick off the podcast and give us a bit of a background of your journey here at Bentech, when you started, and sort of that journey through the learning process, etc., etc.
Yeah, I started at the end of 2021, and it was actually really good. Got me on like a bit of a plan where I did stuff in the warehouse. I can't really remember; it's all a bit vague now. But did a lot of stuff in the warehouse, a lot of stuff, bits and pieces in the kitting and cutting area.
Yep.
I think I did a month in each section. So warehouse, kitting and cutting, and then I think I did some stuff in the pit stop. So I think it was 3 or 4 months, and it was just like, where there was, little to no work to do in the office, just shoot out the back and just smash out a heap of, might be some picks or cut some stuff it's a while ago now, so I can't really remember, but yeah, it was really good training just to like work out how it all works out the back.
Yep.
And then of course just started off, with dealing with Barminco and stuff like that, some of the general support stuff.
Yep.
And fixing up databases and contact lists and whatever. So, and then, started getting into sales and doing sales trips, and it's going well. Done a few sales trips now. So
yeah, you've been. I'm sure you've been all around Australia, haven't you? Doing what you're doing.
Yep.
So how long have you been with us now?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, it feels like a lot longer than that.
I know, it does.
How did you find moving into, so obviously the transition into sales, like how did you find that first sort of, whatever it was, 6 months to a year of doing that supporting task? Like you said, whether it's picking and packing orders, some of which you like a lot of those products you sell now, helping out in the pit stop, getting to know, I guess, the procedures behind the end product. How do you think that helped you in your sales role?
I gained like a lot of product knowledge, which was really good. Like worked out, all the ins and outs of all the different handrails, and like handrails are if you looked at our handrail range, you probably wouldn't have if you looked at a single handrail, you'd be like, wouldn't have a clue which handrail it was, which machine it was for. And so that sort of came to me pretty quick, and worked all that out, and just generally just like knowing what to expect from the guys at the back, knowing how long different projects would take, being able to give customers that feedback. Does that answer the question?
Yeah,
Sort of?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I think given what we do, and like you say, the extents of the ROX range, that kind of, I guess, preliminary understanding around the processes and how orders get dispatched and getting to know the products. And I'm sure now you could look at most handrails and be like, that's for that and this is for that, and you just get to know it off the top of your head.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's a good way to it's a good way to kind of bring you through into a sales role, given that you were kind of basically finished school, didn't you? And then you came and started working for us.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So getting that kind of going from the classroom into a new classroom, and starting to learn a new range of skills and tricks, and then moving into sales, I think that would be such a good way to go about it. I feel. Yeah.
It was awesome learning curve. And there's still heaps to learn, and long way to go.
Yeah, you're mainly in the underground mining division.
Correct. Yeah.
So what are some of the key issues that are in the underground mining that you kind of deal with a lot of the customers you deal with, and so what are some of those like the main key issues that you see in underground mining, and that you really help help your customers solve in that area?
Also, we've got two different kinds of customers from one point of view. If you can look at it this way, you can say, okay, there's the mine site, like that could be a Barminco mine, a Burncut mine, could be Sunrise Dam, whatever it might be, and then there's the rebuilder that's rebuilding the machine for the mine site, and they both have their different issues that they come up with. For the mine site, it might be just as quite as easy and simple as they've damaged a handrail and need a new one, or it could be they've damaged one piece of might be a fender or something that we need to send them a new one of. That's one of the tricky ones where you have to dig around and take a bit of time, and then for the rebuilders, you've got to talk to them and sort of assess the machine and whatever, and work out the different parts they need, and services. And the other thing is for the mine site, going back to the mine sites, is things like storing handrails.
Sure, yeah.
Lots of people don't have a massive stores or something like that, so that might be an issue for them. But because through COVID, there was a lot of supply chain difficulties for mines.
Yep.
Took a long time to get parts from different OEMs and stuff. So that was a key one. So
yeah, when we so you played a big role in getting one of our really cool products, that handrail storage racks, going, and so that's obviously we sell, as you said, we sell a lot of handrails to these underground sites, and we created a solution where we create these awesome heavy duty steel like handrail storage racks where you can place them. They fit the exact handrails that for the machine. Actually, like most of them fit 3 sets now for a machine, don't they? And they're nicely labelled with all the part numbers there, so it's all nice and organised, and that can just sort of stay in the workshops, or can easily be moved around closer to the machine, so it's easier. So that's been a really cool project you've worked on, hey? Yeah,
that was went to Tanami just in mid-October, and they had like a big yard with, I think they had 3 or 4 of our handrail storage racks, and they just had all the handrails on the racks, and it was just if a truck or loader comes out of the hole, damaged handrail, need a new one, pop it straight on, and then they can just take their time to order it back from us, and they've always got more stock on hand. So
yeah, that's a great solution, that one, isn't it? I think, given what we know about downtime and how that affects operations, I think that's the key thing that ROX solves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether it's across underground or open cut, whether it comes down to even I think we dispatch fast.
Yeah.
But having another level to that, where it's almost like that consignment type stock, where it's sitting, in the maintenance area of the mine, where the loader or
near the workshop or whatever it is.
Right near there. So like you say, you can come in, literally pop the handrail off that's damaged, pop a new one on, and then straight back at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Tickety boo.
Yeah,
as you would say. No, that's wicked. Some of the products that have come online, I think, over the last couple of years, have been awesome to see. Some of those. What's some of the other new solutions that you've sort of come up with in the underground sort of section? There's that great set of handrails we did for the TET 663.
Yep.
Why don't you talk us through what those are?
Yeah, they're one of our biggest movers. Like we shift a lot of units of those.
Yeah.
Bum Inco have made them, like they've spec'd them into their to their machines.
Yep.
So each Bum Inco machine that comes through the Sandvik pre-delivery here in Kenwick, just down the road, has to have a Bentec set of rear handrails on it.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just been it's a massive issue for mines when you're working on the back of that machine. It's quite a big machine. When you're working on the back of it, the tub's up. You got nothing there to protect you.
Yep.
And so yeah, it's an awesome design. It's been had heaps of different modifications and revisions, and I think Clyde actually came up with it initially back in the day.
Yeah,
would have been quite a while ago. I'm not sure what year it would have been, but
probably was something like 2019, I reckon.
Yeah, I was going to say about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's been tweaked ever since, and it's finally, at a stage where it's more or less right from all the trucks, provided Sandvik don't change the chassis design or something.
Yeah.
It's awesome product.
Yeah, there's been a lot of there's obviously been a huge range of the other sort of OEM replacement parts that we've added. So like we've obviously got all the fenders now, like all the doors for all pretty much all Cat Sandvik Epiroc machines, and extending into even like Volvo and some other machines. So I guess like what's one of those, can pick a couple sort of products out of that which you enjoyed working on, and are happy to be helping our clients out with.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like I spent a lot of time like in R&D and stuff, and I like not in R&D as such, but like really trying to help them out, and make the process run faster and whatever. Lots of really cool products. Really trying to get like the other loaders that we have parts for up to the same standard as the R2900, the Cat. And it's been really great fun. Like we did the LH621i front fenders. We've just had a couple of inquiries for those, and 517i fenders. There's been heaps of different things. Love working on the projects with Mammoth. They're really cool, brand new handrail sets. The ST1030, ST14, TH540 and 545i are about to be released.
Yep.
Just had some really, really good fun doing new stuff with Mammoth. That's been really cool.
And that's a lot of that's for the North American market.
Canadian market, for Canada. Yep.
Would it probably a good segue into one of the other questions I had for you? Sort of, what are some of the regions that you would like to kind of break into outside of Australia that we may have started to or haven't yet?
Africa is a really, really big opportunity there. You would have probably seen the different web inquiries we've got from like Middle East and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we got one a while ago from I think it was Saudi Arabia or something.
Yeah, I think it would have been Saudi.
And it was like a really good inquiry. And I've been trying to chase it up, but really like to tap into there, and Canada's a massive market as well. Obviously Mammoth look after that for us, as you said. But yeah, like Middle East, Kazakhstan, we get some inquiries from there, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yep, Kazakhstan. Mongolia.
Where else? Mongolia, yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Egypt.
Lucho will be going to Mongolia early next year.
Yeah,
so
early next year.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the photos of that when he gets back. Hey,
Yeah.
it's gonna see some some amazing landscape out there.
Yeah.
And it's such a unique location.
And that's an enormous mine. I think it's got about 3 underground workshops.
Wow.
So it's like massive.
What's it? Speaking of underground, what's it? Have you been underground?
Nah, not
You
yet.
haven't?
No.
What's the Jacob would have gone underground, right?
Yeah, yep.
What did he? How did he describe that? And how far down? Like, they've got workshops sort of set up underground as well, don't they?
Yeah. I've never been there. I'd love to do it, but like, no, Jacob never really said anything about it. Like, it was like I've seen a few pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
A few pictures being sent through from from up in Canada, and yeah, it's just dark and. Lots of people say, like, when you talk to people, they say, "Oh, it absolutely stinks down there," and, because of all the carbon in the ground.
Yeah.
And like each mine site would be different, right?
Yeah,
because
for
it's
sure.
different, like soil compositions, and like when we went to Broken Hill, and the Perillium mine, the rock there is just so hard. They just would wipe out handrails and stuff, and fenders just left, right, and centre. And I'm not entirely sure, and I didn't actually go underground there, but can't imagine that being that smelly there. Because it would, of course, there would probably be, and it would be hot. Like I think sometimes like the walls and stuff get real hot and stuff.
Yeah.
Some pretty harsh conditions underground.
Yeah.
All reports,
Pretty
as
wicked.
you could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, that's the amount of handrails we move. Those underground machines get absolutely flogged, hey?
Yeah.
Like, absolutely flogged. When you see some of them that have come out for rebuild or whatever, it's like, whoa. What has happened to you?
Yeah.
What's happened?
What's happened, eh?
Yeah.
It was unreal when we went to Tanami, because like something comes out of the hole and it's like this grey colour, like a grey browny colour, and like it's covered in this, like you can't even read if it's a cat or a sandvik or whatever. And as I said before, it would be different on each mine site. And they take it to this washdown bay, and then you suddenly see all this yellow, and it's a cat there.
Wow.
And then they take it to the workshop and
Fix it up again.
Fix it
Get
up
it ready
again,
for its next.
But yeah, when it comes out of the rebuild, like from a rebuild here in Perth or in Cal or from a workshop somewhere, it's looking tickety-boo, and as soon as it goes down that hole, it's just different colour.
What's your favourite site that you visited so far?
Tanami was insane.
Yeah.
That was like
Whereabouts is that exactly?
in Northern Territory,
Yeah.
pretty much right in the middle of Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hectic site visit, because it was like, there was like bushfires and we had to evacuate, and we didn't get everything we wanted to get done like on site at the time. I was with Travis, and we were doing a fair few fixed plant projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Scanning up different areas and whatever. But yeah, had to talk to the boys in the underground workshop, and massive fleet of trucks and loaders, and so that was really cool. That was I think that's the latest one I've done. Broken Hill was good, but we didn't really get to see the machines that much. That was, went to Tomingley as well, which is near Dubbo in New South Wales.
Yeah.
That was a good visit.
Yeah, you've been around, hey.
Yeah.
You've been around Australia for sure, and I know some of those locations are great, and some of those mine sites would have been super interesting to see, and it kind of like, I guess, brings it all together when you're kind of like offering up solutions and developing solutions. But when you get to see it actually like on the machines, in the environment, producing, that's a pretty cool thing.
Gives you a whole new perspective.
Yeah.
And even just I don't know, it's a bit weird, but like knowing like the surroundings, and it's just actually like, is it cold there, or what's going on, like
Yeah.
And just little things like that change the conditions so much. Like they might need more exhaust blankets from somewhere, or they might need, you know, they just will tell you the different issues that they have because of the, you know, different conditions where the mine's located.
Yep.
Yeah, like Tanamine's mega dusty, as I said before. Like
Yeah.
thing comes out of the hole and it's like a different colour.
Yeah.
I think it's really good that it shows how important it is that for you guys to get out to these sites, and it's you know, it's really good that you guys are out there so often and, you know, assessing the conditions and being able to see it firsthand and come up with solutions there that are going to be suited to that specific area with those conditions. And it's, you know, it's cool that you guys are out there doing that all the time. And I think that's a, you know, huge tick for what you guys in the ROX team and I mean also our Bentec team do. It's you know, we're really there and seeing it.
It's awesome. It's awesome for us and it's awesome for customers as well. Like some customers just love it that we go. Like it makes all the difference to them. As soon as they change site, they'll ring us up and say, "Hey, when are you going to come and visit us?" You know, like we went to Hastings Deering and in Mount Isa and had a good contact there. And as soon as he moved to Dougal River, and he said, I called him just yesterday, I think it was, and he said, "When are you going out to site, man? Like, you know, it was so good when you saw us on, you know, in Mount Isa in Hastings Deering. Can you come out to Dougal River?" So yeah, it's really cool. Like just being able to, like, customers love it, we like it. It's good.
Yeah. Well, I guess that speaks to, you know, the fact that, you know, people move sites and then request you to come. I guess it says a lot about the service that we offer, right? And sort of like how we go about it and what happens to them or their site off the back of us being there, you know? Like the whole thing is making the sites safer and, you know, improving efficiency and, you know, eliminating downtime and things like that. I think like the way we go about, I mean, that speaks to the success of how we go about it when people are like, "Hey, I've moved. When are you going to come and see me?" Yeah, it must be a good feeling to kind of be requested like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's good. 100%.
Very good. Well, what about, we've talked a lot about, I guess, your work and things like that. What are some, you know, as I've said before, it's good to get across some of the personality and stuff of the individuals that are on the podcast. You know, what's life like outside of work for you? What do you like to get into? I know you're a little bit of a piano player.
No, I don't do any piano.
I've heard you play piano. You're good. You're good.
No, I like a bit of sport and stuff like that.
What's
like the Cricket World Cup's on at the moment.
You enjoying that?
Yep, go the Aussies.
Yeah, go the Aussies. Did you see Virat last night, though?
Bit worried about India. Yeah, a bit worried about India.
Yeah, they're very, very good.
Yeah, wow.
Bit too good at the moment. Yeah, like my sport. Like a bit of footy, bit of rugby, a few different things.
Who do you support in the footy?
Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, good answer.
We've got quite a few West Coast supporters in this building, don't we? I think you're a bit left out if you're not a West Coast supporter. Hopefully this year we'll just turn it up just a little bit.
Bounce back a little bit.
Yeah.
Get the tipping comp going again.
Yeah, get the tipping comp going.
Don't mind that.
Yeah, no, there's not much to me, Reece. There's not much to me. Not much of a personality.
I think there's a
you got
huge personality.
Yeah, I think you got a great personality, to be honest.
It's a funny little story about your personality. I was do you want to quickly? I'll just give us a little what happened when you got your forklift license.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good laugh. I think we pretty much got so you go to the centre, you go and do the quizzes and do your little practical. I think it was before we did the practical, so we've been upstairs and done the theory and done the quizzes and whatever. And then we went downstairs and one of the people. So each person has a turn to do the practical, and as one person's going, you all just sit there and watch pretty much. Like you don't do anything.
Yeah.
And the instructor just watches and marks and
yeah.
And and once you've done it, you can go home. Like he says, yeah, you've passed or no, you've failed or whatever. And anyway, I think it was the instructor said, right, ladies first. And so there was one lady in our group, so she went. And so all us blokes were there and we were all like, all righto. And this guy came up to me and said, righto, so what do you do? What do you need your forklift license? I can't really, it's too long ago to really remember exactly how it all worked. But yeah, he says to me, oh, you know, what's going on? Who do you work for? Or something like that. And I said, working for Tech Group. And his jaw dropped and he was like, say that again, just like, is that in Welshpool? Or? And I was like, yeah, in Welshpool. And I've been working here about 2 weeks or something. And he says, oh, yeah, my son works there, eh? My son works there. And I said, oh, who's that? He said, Jake, I'm Jake Marinovich's dad, yeah.
Yeah, Dion,
yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. He came, because I remember he came home, he's like, do you know, a kid is a, kind of tall, skinny guy, he's, young, bouncy fella. I was like, it's just,
Could only be one.
I was like, mate, I think it's a new kid who started just a couple of weeks ago. Is it Archie? He's like, that's the one. No, he was, we just went and got our forklift license with him. And he was, Dad found it really funny to see you there and just to spin out to be there in that same area. So I think, Archie, that definitely speaks to your personality.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's a pretty good note to wrap the episode up on, guys. Thanks for coming on, Archie.
Yeah,
thanks for giving us a
Archie.
bit of an insight into the ROX Underground side of things and some of those solutions there, and I guess some of the ways we go about solving problems.
No dramas, mate.
Yeah, no, and it's going to be good, I think, to get on the rest of the ROX boys.
Yep.
Obviously, we've still got Ben, Brad, and Bailey to chat to.
Yep.
So we'll have to kind of twist their arms a little bit and get them on here as well, and get some insights from all of you around the ROX brand and sort of, where we're going to sort of take it.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
To finish us off, is there anywhere, like what's happening in the next 12 months, you think, for the underground section of the ROX brand?
We just want to get people to recognise that we're there. Like a lot of people, there's a lot of brand awareness, and we just want people to know that we've got stock, we've got stuff here. It's right here, ready to go. And there's little mine sites and stuff getting around that we're yet to reach out to, and
Yep.
And we're just really keen to work with more customers, and as I said before, we've got some really good projects on with Mammoth and working in Canada, and but just trying to blitz it, really go hard, and
exciting.
Very.
I have no doubt that the ROX brand's going to go from strength to strength, and you're a big part of that. So the work you've done in the couple of years you've been here has been fantastic, and super, super valuable member of that ROX team and the wider Tech group.
Very great to work with too.
Yeah, 100%.
Very good to have
100%.
around.
Yeah, that's it. A big part of the culture here, So, again, thank you, Archie, for coming on.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Reece.
mate.
Thanks,
Wrapping
Jake.
up episode 5, I'll get it right this time, of the Breaking ROX podcast. Thanks for tuning in again, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.